he wouldn't say that he dominated that by any means. In fact, it was probably Kurz who looked the more solid player. Slightly, very slightly higher average. But Clemens, now that he has the set advantage, be looking to try and get some daylight between himself and his opponent.
58.
We see those averages, just some daylight between them. But he doesn't care about the daylight and the averages as much as those sets. A 2-0 would be really good.
Would look very pretty for him indeed, I'm sure. We saw him, of course, Gabriel Clemens at the World Cup of Darts this year, got to the semi-finals along with Max Hopp. Germany, very much an emerging nation in world darts, and I'm sure Niko Kurz will see for a long time to come as well.
Well, and maybe, you know, if he keeps this up, if he playing well,
60.
and maybe he'll be in the World Cup pretty soon because he's quite talented.
Absolutely. Quarter-final spot at the World Championships this year would take Niko Kurz into the world's top 64. Started the year on the development tour and actually won a final, or got to a final back in March. Only 53 from Gabriel Clemens, but as you can see, it's something of a mountain for Niko Kurz to climb in this leg. 85 is not going to make much of a dent on the deficit.
Yeah, well, the opening leg for Niko in the first set was not too good. A double 16 would be very good.
76.
Not really needed, not essential, so he wanted it. Just get that momentum going.
Well, no one likes to hang around when it comes to the doubling.
40.
No, and he's clearly a bit
Gabriel,
twitchy, so he wants to
32.
settle himself getting a few things like that sort of shot. So when it comes to a pressure moment, he will get it.
Gabriel Clemens.
Just looking at the facial expressions there, I just get the feeling that Niko Kurz is the one that is showing more dissatisfaction, and probably with good reason too as well. But he's just letting that emotion out at the moment, rather than having the experience to keep it all bottled in and knowing that the good times will roll eventually.
60.
Oh, great delivery.
100.
Can't follow it. I think it was rather inviting for him in his throw.
Steady start to this leg by both players.
100.
He'll be happier with that 100 than he was the previous 100, because he rescued it with a treble with his last dart. Still the same score, but you know how your mind plays tricks with you?
What mind?
140.
Yes, yes. Not going to get two really good scores on the trot. The answer is no.
56. Niko, you require 160.
He's taken out 115. Once again, inviting treble 20 bed, this time to leave double top. And once again, when it comes to the big finish, Niko Kurz shows exactly what he's made of. More ruthless German efficiency there. Never looked in doubt.
Well, it's kind of a steely-eyed gaze.
96.
Like a sniper or something. He just doesn't let go of the target. He's just locked on. There's not a lot of movement in his head at all, if any. Very impressive form. Very impressive result.
I couldn't agree more, John. He's got a lovely style about him, as Niko Kurz.
58.
Yeah, the mechanics of the game are all there for him. He will build on the experience in time.
60.
I'm sure the consistency will come as well.
I think what he brings to this game, it's an interesting contrast to Clemens.
16.
We expect this from Clemens, but he hasn't really been there, but he's had good timing. He's got the experience, so it's an interesting contest in that aspect.
57.
for Clemens. Gabriel, he wants to get going. He wants to show he can be consistently putting in 2 big treble visits.
One thing I do know, John, if we had fans this year at Ali Pali, it would be full of noisy German supporters who come over here in their thousands year after year and who would have loved to have witnessed this live. It's a huge disappointment that we can't welcome them and the rest of the darting pilgrims to Alexandra Palace this year.
100.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. The German contingent are a lot of fun in the fan village when it's here. It is a shame, along with all the other fans that can't be here. How about a bull? There's no shame in that. He's ahead 2-1 now.
Niko to throw first. Game on.
And that would have raised the noise even more. Such composure on these big checkouts.
Oh, just...
140.
You can't imagine how good he is for his age in terms of just the stance and just a perfect sort of a style, minimum of movement.
140.
Yeah, it's proper textbook for the 23-year-old from Hanau.
100.
The averages both below 90, only because of certain inconsistencies in the games. We see some big checkouts, we see some 180s, and then we get a mixture of 60s in between.
140.
And I believe there is sort of a rivalry between these two, and they're a little tense. There's respect. They know what each other can do.
100.
In fact, I think that Niko is actually handling it better in some ways. Yeah, he looks discouraged at some points, but his best parts of his game are coming through better than Gabriel's best parts of his game.
He's taking his opportunities and has 3 ton-plus checkouts. Still on for a fourth. Still on for a fourth. Bullseye! Oh, what a way to win a set of darts. He took out a 160, a 1-2-3, and he hit the highest checkout of the tournament to level this match up.